I love all of what you're sharing, Mike, and I think there is something to be said about how our society overall, as a system, really gives us the different message. Right? Is that like you said, don't show it until it's perfect. There's a lot of company cultures out there that are less healthy, which promote only finished product. There's a lot of toxic behaviors that exist in a lot of different workforces or different industries. I kind of want to take a step back a little bit as you were coming up before you had the ability to lead others towards this better future. Well, one, did you ever have spaces where you were having to navigate these people? And if so, how did you get through those difficult environments or difficult situations?
Well, as you said, it's difficult. It takes a sense of maturity, even if you're young, to be able to, first of all, not get upset, not talk back or be defensive, all of those very human things when someone attacks your creativity, right? Or doesn't recognize your brilliance, right? Like this happens to all of us. With time, the more that you work at your whatever it is that you do, I think you start to learn that some people are just not ever going to like what you do. So, or some people are not going to understand what you do. And you have to have enough confidence in yourself to know that something is good or bad. Like we all sort of know, right? Like as creatives, you kind of know when something is good and when something's not good, or you could have done better, or, there's so many days that I've driven home after work and thought to myself, wow, if I had just spent 5 more minutes on that thing, it would have been so much better. But like many other people, I had to create a lot of things in a very short amount of time. So nothing gets to be perfect anymore. You do your best for the amount of time you have and you move on. That is the modern world, right? Like it didn't used to be that way. And there's some people who can maybe enjoy not having to work that way. But for the vast majority of us, it's next, right? It's like, get the project, figure it out, get it done, turn it in, move on. And there has to be a level of maturity in there where you say, you know what? I know it's not going to be the best I could possibly do, but it was the best I could do for that amount of time, given whatever it was I was trying to do. And you have to be, as a creative, you have to be okay with that. You can't come back and like double think, or like question yourself. Like, of course it could have been better. Everything can be better if you spent more time on it. That's not the point. The other thing that I've run into that's been a very difficult thing, and again, this sort of goes back to your level of maturity, is when something isn't right, but everybody is invested in it and you're doing it and you're trying to get it done and you're like, you have a deadline and it's got to be done. It shows the most maturity to say, hold on, this is really not good. We really shouldn't do this. We shouldn't ship this. We shouldn't finish this, or whatever it is. At Microsoft, we would call it like killing your own feature. That takes an incredible amount of maturity to say, you know what? I know I've spent a bunch of time on this. I know the team is invested, but this is really not working out. And recognizing that that's the better thing to do. So for those difficult situations, there's no getting around the fact that it's hard and not everything's going to turn out the way you want. But I'm an optimist, and I would like to think that we always get opportunities to do better and learn from every experience, and off we go.
Thank you for joining Rick and myself on another episode of Origins, A Creative Journey, a DesignerCon production. Please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, download and listen to us every place you get your favorite podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Origins, A Creative Journey, all one word. Drop us an email for thoughts, ideas, or maybe somebody you'd like us to interview at dconpodcast@gmail.com. And make sure you join us in Las Vegas for DesignerCon, North America's premier annual design convention. All the information can be found, including tickets, at designercon.com. Till then, enjoy your own creative journey.